In this tutorial we are discussing about output statements. Okay, in this chapter it is all about input and output statements, right? Till now we discussed about input statements. Okay, so input means like we have explained two different methods in input to take the input to the Python program. One is by using the input function, and the other one is by using the command line arguments. Now we are moving ahead. Okay, now we are moving towards the output statements. Okay, output statements. So in providing output to the user, okay, what are all the ways? Okay, what are all the different ways we have, all those things we have to, okay, we are discussing in this current tutorial. Okay, now majorly we have only one method to display the output to the, okay, output to the user in Python, that is nothing but print statement. Okay, by using this print statement we can provide the output to the user in different ways. Okay, all these different ways of printing data on the console, and I mean not only on the console, printing data on the output, how to provide all these outputs I will show in this particular tutorial. Okay, let's get started with this print statement. Let me move to the ideally. Okay, yeah, so here first thing is I just want to explain what is a print function. Okay, print function, it will print something. Okay, which will it prints it prints the output. Now if suppose if I'm not giving any input, okay, if I'm not giving any input in the print function, what happens? Okay, if I am not giving any input in the print function, then what happens? It will print an empty line. Okay, it will print an empty line, prints the empty line. See, it got printed an empty line. So if we didn't provide any input into the print function, what happens? It will it will print the empty line. Next next thing is we will try to print a particular string on the, okay, a particular string on the Python console. So now I want to print something called as hello world. So whatever the string I want to print, I can pass to this print function. So what happens now? Okay, whatever string I have given here, string hello world will be printed. See, it's not like a hello world only. Okay, we can print anything. Okay, we can print anything. Okay, I am learning Python. So in now in this scenario I have taken the string called as I am learning Python. So whatever the whatever the string I have taken inside this print function, that will be printed. Okay, I hope all of you understand till here. Now let us move to the next one. Here, next one which I want to explain is backslash n. Backslash n is nothing but next line. Okay, backslash n is pointing to pointing to a concept called as next line. What happens means, so okay, in print statement, okay, if in print statement, okay, in some places if we give backslash n, what happens means backslash n will be treated as a next line. Not only in Python, in almost all the other programming languages also, backslash n will be treated as next line. That means whatever the data we give before backslash n will come in one line, and after, okay, once we encounter backslash n, then the data next to backslash n will be printed in the next line. So let us see how this will work. This is now I'm okay, this is Python hub. Okay, this is okay, now I'm printing something like this is Python hub. Here I'm printing backslash n. Then what I'm doing, I'm printing this is Python hub. Here we teach us okay, here we teach us Python. So from where, okay, from the place where backslash n, that will, okay, that will be comes in the next line. See, now backslash, okay, from the place where we have this backslash n, from there it is coming in the next line. So in this way we can use backslash n to move our, okay, to move our next input, okay, and I mean next statements to the next line. Okay, in this way we can move to the next line by using backslash n in Python. Now next thing which I wanted to explain is nothing but tab, backslash t. Okay, next thing which I wanted to explain is nothing but backslash t. What happens means with this backslash t, what happens, it will give tab space. So when we press tab in our system, okay, in our keyboard, if we press tab, what happens, it will give some space, right? So that tab amount of space will be given in between two strings in a print statement. Okay, now I am Lalit, and here I'm giving backslash t. So what happens here, tab amount of space will be provided, okay, tab amount of space will be printed. So I am Lalit, and then after that what I'm writing, I'm a Python trainer, okay, I'm Lalit and I'm a Python trainer. So now let's see what happens. See, in between this Lalit and I'm a Python trainer, we have this backslash t. That means a tab amount of space. Okay, a tab amount of space will be having in between these two strings. I hope all of you understand this, both backslash n and backslash t. Now next thing we are discussing is nothing but repetition operator. Okay, star is nothing but a repetition operator. So repetition operator we already taught you in the operators chapter. So whenever we are applying this repetition operator to a string, what happens? Okay, this particular string, okay, string Python will be repeated 5 times. Okay, repeated how many times? 5 times, because here I take the integer as 5. So this particular string Python will get repeated 5 times. See, Python got repeated for 5 times. So in this way, in print statement we can apply the repetition operator. Now next operator which I am trying to apply in print statement is nothing but a plus. That is nothing but concatenation operator. Okay, concatenation operator. Concatenation operator is nothing but plus. So we can apply this concatenation operator also in the print statement. Okay, suppose if it is hello, then Python. So in this way we can concatenate these two strings. If we concatenate these two strings, what happens? It will come as hello Python. That means these two strings hello and Python will be concatenated, will be combined or joined into a single string. See, in this way we can apply. See, one thing you guys have to remember is a repetition operator means either left operand or right operand. One should be a string and the other one should be an integer. Same way for concatenation, both should be strings. Okay, if you are applying to an integer, then it's not it's not acceptable. So both should be strings only for the concatenation operator. Now I want to give clarity for one more thing here. Sometimes what happens is we might be giving comma in between two strings. Okay, sometimes we might be giving comma in between two strings. In this case, what happens is when I give plus, what happens? These two strings will be concatenated into a single string without any space. Okay, there won't be any spaces in between. But when we are concatenating with respect to comma, what happens is in between these two strings a space will be build up. Okay, in between these two strings there will be a space. See, but in the above case there is no space. So this thing you need to keep in mind, that if we are using concatenation operator, then what happens? Then there won't be any space in between two strings, but comma means definitely we will be having a string. And one more thing is, if you are using comma, we can use not only string, we can use any data type for that matter. Okay, suppose if you are using instead of string, okay, if I'm using something called as integer, number is 5, even that is also acceptable. Okay, it's not mandatory that we have to use both strings when we are using comma. Okay, yeah. Now let us move to the next concept, print with n number of arguments. Okay, n number of arguments. That means in print statement, okay, that means in print statement it's not mandatory that we need to, okay, we have to give only one argument, okay, we can give any number of arguments inside a print statement. So let's see how can we do that. Now think that I have three variables, a whose value is 10 and b whose value is 20 and c whose value is 30. Now I want to print all these values in just one print statement. So how can I do that? Okay, a comma b comma c values are like this, a comma b comma c. So in this way we can print all these numbers in just one print statement. Okay, so in this way we can print all the values in just one print statements in a print function. Okay, next thing is nothing but attributes to the print function. Okay, next thing we need to understand is nothing but attributes to the print function. Okay, mainly for print function we have two attributes. Okay, we have two attributes for the print function. First one is a separator attribute. So separator attribute, with separator attribute what we can do means we can, okay, we can specify the separator. Okay, we can specify the separator in print function with this. Okay, with this what happens with this separator, what happens, okay, with this we can print multiple arguments. Okay, we can print multiple arguments with a specific separator. Now I have three values called a, b, c. Now I want to print all these three values with a specific separator, means I can print like this. Now I want to print a comma b comma c, and in between a and b and c I want a specific separator called as colon. Okay, all these values should be printed with respect to space separator, I mean colon separator. Now what happens is all these values will be printed, okay, but in between this separator will be colon, because we are specifying separator as colon here. So in this work, okay, so in this way we can print by using this separator in a specific, with a specific separator what we want. Let's try with one more example. Now I want to separate. Okay, now I have, okay, I want to take the date of today. Okay, today's date is what, 31st, month is what, 12, and year is what, 2022. Now I want to print okay, print this date in a particular date format. Okay, now print today, or else, okay, today date is comma, okay, date comma month comma year. Okay, date comma month comma year. And here in this case I want to separate this with hyphen. So let's see today's date I have printed in this specific format by, okay, today's date I have printed in this specific format by using this hyphen separator. I hope all of you understand how to use this separator attribute in a print function. Next, okay, next attribute, okay, we have the second attribute in print function, that is nothing but end attribute. Okay, that is nothing but end attribute. Okay, now let's see how we will work with this end attribute. Okay, so what happens is if we use end attribute, okay, if we use end attribute, then okay, then multiple print statement, okay, multiple print statements we can print in just, okay, in just one line. Okay, multiple print statements we can print in just one line by using this okay, by using this print I mean end attribute. How we can do that means, if, okay, if I am printing like this, okay, this, or else let me take, okay, let me open an okay, let me open a particular script for this. Okay, now I'm opening a particular Python file called as like this. Okay, now I open this one. Now if I print this, what happens? See, each and every statement is printing in a separate line, right? Now I want to I want to print all these Python, Java, Ruby in just one line, even though these are having multiple lines. So how can I do that? Means I can specify a end attribute. Okay, end attribute. Whatever the end attribute I specified, with that end attribute, all these all these prints will be happen in just one line. Okay, in just one line, all these prints will be happen. Now I want to separate. Okay, I want to separate all these language with respect to comma separator, and I need to give end value as a comma. So end equal to, again I'm giving comma. So now let's see. Now what happens is all these lines will be printed in just one line, but in between elements, okay, in between these statements, comma will be separated. With comma we can separate this. See, before we used to print each and every print in other line. Now we printed all these all these print statements in just one line, but each and every print statement is separated by this comma. So in this way we can in this way, with the help of end attribute, we can we can print multiple statements. Okay, we can print multiple print statements in just one line. I hope all of you understood this end attribute as well. Okay, next. Okay, next thing is nothing but it's not mandatory that, okay, next thing I wanted to explain you is nothing but it's not mandatory that print statement we have to specify only integers or strings or something like that. Okay, in print, okay, in print statement or else in print function we can pass objects also. We can pass objects also. That means in print statement we can pass a list also, tuple also, anything for that matter we can pass to a print statement to just print. Okay, now I have taken a tuple which contains 5 numbers like 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Now I have taken another list which contains the numbers from 11, 12, 13, 14 and then 15. Okay, now I have taken a tuple and list. Let us see whether these objects we can print by using this print statement or not. Of course we can print by this print statement. Okay, we can pass objects also. Okay, or else we can concatenate. Okay, list is well, see, with this we can print objects also in just one line in a print statement. Okay, I hope all of you understand how to print objects in print statements. Now let me print, let me print multiple variables. Okay, let me print multiple variables in just one line. Now think that I have three multiple variables in just one line. Okay, instead of writing this code in IDE, I mean line to line executor, I'm writing this as a script. Now let's take three attributes. Name I'm taking it as some name like Nehant, and age I'm taking it as something like 21, and age I'm taking it as something like 21, and skill I'm taking it as something like Python. Now I want to print, I want to print all these attributes in just one line by using this print statement. So this is also possible. That means name is, so here I want to get the name, so I'm keeping name variable and then comma again. Here again I'm keeping age is, after age is I want to get the age, so I'm keeping age, again I'm keeping comma here, and again next I want to get the skill is, after that again I want to get the attribute as skill, so skill. So in this way we can print, so in this way we can print multiple in just multiple variables in just one print statement. See, name is Nehant, age is 21, skill is Python. Like that we can Okay, like that we can print multiple variables. Now instead of directly hard coding, we will take it from the user for the better understanding. Okay, enter a name. So since name is okay, name is a string, I'm keeping it as it is. Next is age. Age is always integer, so I'm taking it as integer. So enter age. Okay, yeah. Now I'm taking the skill also. So skill is something like this. Okay, enter skill. Now what I did, I'm taking from the user. Suppose name value I'm giving something like Priya, age value I'm giving something like 22, and skill is something like Tableau. See, in this way we can print whatever the input we have taken in just one line by using this print function. I hope all of you understand this one. Now we are discussing, okay, now we are discussing another concept called as formatting strings. Okay, now we are discussing one more concept called as formatting strings. Okay, formatting strings. Okay, in formatting strings majorly we have four types. Okay, in formatting strings majorly we have four types. Okay, we use as percentile I. Okay, we use as percentage I. Percentile I we use as for int, and then percentage f. Okay, percentage f we use as for, okay, percentage f we use as float. Okay, for integer we can use percentage d also. Okay, it's completely up to us. Okay, we can use percentage I or percentage d, anything is fine for us. And for strings it is percentage s. Percentage s for strings. Okay, so in this way, okay, so in this way we can in this way we can format the strings in Python. Let me do this formatting of the strings with the same example. Now I want to print this. Now, okay, again I'm taking name is, okay, in place of name. Okay, in place of name what should I get? I should get the name value. So I'm keeping, since name is string, I'm keeping here a string, and then I'm keeping okay, I want to get the age value. So age is what? Integer, so I'm keeping age as I, percentage I. Then I want to get the skill. Skill is what? Percentages. Now I want to get these variables, right? So I want to keep percentile. Here I want to, okay, in place of first percentages I want to get the name, so I'm keeping name variable here, and then I'm keeping age variable, because in place of the second one I want to get the age variable, and in place of third one I'm getting the, okay, in place of third one I'm trying to get the skill variable, so I'm getting the skill variable. Let me print both these things, we'll see the difference. See, name value I'm taking it as Madhu here, age is something like 23 I'm taking, and skill is something like SQL I'm taking. See, now this is the, okay, first one is nothing but okay, first one I have printed multiple variables in just one print statement. Second one, what I did the string format to print multiple variables in just one line. Okay, of course at the end of the day both are giving the same result, but the way of approach is only difference here. Okay, only difference is the way of approach. Remaining all, okay, remaining all we can, okay, we can see there is no difference. Okay, I hope all of you understand all these formatting strings, and also the, okay, and also multiple, okay, printing multiple variables in just one print statement. Okay, yeah, this is okay. In this way we can okay, in this way we can provide output to the user. Okay, in this way we can provide output to the end user in Python in multiple different ways. I hope all of you understand this. Thank you so much. Bye.